In this video guide, we're going to talk about FSPY, which is an add-on for Blender and also a little app that can help us to do some photo insertion, so photo montages using real images and 3D scene or 3D object. So if we go in the website, you're going to have a little introductory video here. So basically, you can create a 3D model based on an image, and then you can make them overlap, and you can do photo editing or video editing. So you can download the version here for Mac, Windows, and Linux. So if you click, you will be prompted into GitHub, and here you can select the one you want. And this is the link for the Blender add-on, which also we're gonna download and install. So again, we have some information in this page. If we go here, we can get the latest version. So it's gonna be zip folder right there. You don't need to unzip it because this is gonna be installed as a add-on inside Blender. So I'm just gonna save it in the folder here, whatever folder you want in your computer. And once it's finished to download, you can go to File, to Edit Preferences. And in the preferences, you need to go to the Add-ons section and click on Install from Disk. I'm sorry this interface is in Italian, but it's going to be perfectly understandable, especially if you know how to use Blender. If you don't know how to use it, there are other video guides in English and video courses in the channel that will help you to learn how to use Blender. So what I'm doing here is just getting that zip file inside the folder where I saved it, and this is gonna install it. So you can see now it's ready. And now we need to download also the actual app. So you can select one of these. I'm gonna go with the FSPY WinZip, and this is the version I'm using right now, but probably there will be others in the future. So again, I'm gonna save it in a folder that I want. Once we finish to download, this time we need to extract. So these are all the files contained into the folder. So if I extract this folder, so right click with your mouse and click on extract, so you can unzip, and now we can run the app, which is right there. So just look for it into the list of files. And there you go. So we can load the example project. We can upload an image or drop an image, drag and drop. But let's start with the example. So if I expand this a little bit, you can see that this will show you essentially what you need to do. And basically you need to define the axis. You need to find out which are the axes and which is the plane that you want to use as a reference. And that's it. So it's just now up to you. So I'm going to show you how you can do it with an image that I get from Pexels here, but you can take any of your image. So I'm looking for an empty warehouse like this. That's fine. So I will here download, let's say this one is going to be fine. So full HD, and I'm going to save it into the Blender 4 folder again that I have. And I'm just going to leave the name as it is. So just remember where it's stored. And that's the author right there. So you can donate, you can follow, etc., etc. So I'm going to click drag and drop that image inside here. And now the axes are positioned like kind of randomly. So you can use 2 or you can use 1. So if you use 1, you can use the X. And if you use 2, you can use the X and the epsilon or the X and the Z, etc., etc. So what we're going to do now is take those little lines with the little circles and try to position them in a correct way in order that they generate kind of a perspective, and then we have a vanishing point. Now be careful that you have that gizmo there that is showing you where the Z is, and the Z is supposed to be going on upward like this. So be careful that the axes there are oriented properly, they are rotated properly. You can visualize a box, you can visualize the X and epsilon grid or any other grid, and you can change the focal length. You can adjust basically how the camera is looking at the scene, and try to match as best as you can. You may have to do more tries. And if you use two, well, again, try to put them around and see when they're gonna be shown properly. Look at the grid. If the grid disappears, sometimes it's because you are interfering, the epsilon are interfering with the x. So it's just a matter of playing around a little bit, and you can click and drag and grab that grid around. So probably it's best to put it on the floor so you can see better if your perspective is looking fine. Otherwise, again, go there and readjust. It could disappear, so try not to make it disappear so you can position it properly. And if you want, and the more axes you use, the more it's going to be difficult in a way, and long, and maybe you need to try more and more. But if you want, you can also use the Z. So okay, now be careful that to not to cross. Sometimes if you cross, the grid disappears. So be careful how you manipulate all those lines. Try to follow the picture perspective as best as you can. Now, if you go here, you can change this into a box. It looks quite strange. And so try to adjust it a little bit. So you have also the principal point manual, and now this is looking better. And then you have the image midpoint, and then you have from 3D vanishing point. So again, now we have also the Z, and we can use also that. And try again to follow the lines, the vertical lines of your building, etc., etc. And once you're finished, you're ready to go. So be careful where you put the pavement, essentially. Go to File, Save As, and save it as an FSPY scene. So I'm just going to call this project 1, save it, and you may want to do this, more and more time until you get perfection. So you go to File, Import, FSP, and that's the add-on right there. So the add-on basically lets you import inside Blender. Once you import, you will be inside the camera, the FSPY camera. So if you go outside and you orbit around, you can see the yellow camera. That's the camera we are using right now. And you can click on the little camera icon. You can go in and out, and you can just delete the original Blender camera. Probably you won't need it, but everything is set up now to use the FSPY camera. And let's add here something a little bit more interesting, like the monkey, and let's make it smaller, and we're gonna put it on top of that box, and there you go. So we can see now a little bit better what's happening here. And let's also work a little bit with materials and the light. You can see the light here. We can uncheck this, and it's gonna use the environment, or we can use the scene world, and perhaps in the scene world we can put our image, and we can reuse it later. So if I go here to world, I can use here, instead of gray color, I can put the image that I got from the web. So that will help a little bit the coloring in a way of my object to do a better photo insertion. And then let's add a modifier here. I want to add a modifier to the monkey. I want to make it nice and smooth with a subdivision surface. Again, all of this stuff is inside the courses, in the Blender courses and the Blender video guides that you will find in the channel. So search for what you're looking for. So I'm going to create a new material, and I'm going to make it orange, and I'm going to make it a little more metallic and reflective, so we can see a little bit what's happening there also in the reflections. And I also changed the material of the base box right there. Now if I go in the scene world and I activate my scene world, this is now taking that image that I have uploaded, and it looks a little bit dark, so I'm going to increase the intensity a little bit, not too much, And well, it's better to use in this case the HDRIs or environment maps, but not, you will not have it always. So I can just use this light, try to position the light similarly to the lights that are in the picture, and you will get a more realistic effect. But this time I'm just gonna put one, and then we're gonna go here in the render output. I'm gonna go to the film section and activate transparent, so that when I render the image, it's not gonna render the background. And this is the basic if you want to do photo montage with Blender and another photo editing software. Again, we dedicated other video guides about rendering and doing photo montages, etc. So I'm gonna save this image. You can see it's a PNG because when we activate transparent, that's gonna save also the alpha channel, and it's gonna be in a PNG. So all we need to do now is go into photo editing software. I will use Gimp because it's free and open source, and there is also a Gimp video course in the channel. So I'm gonna go here and open the various images and as layers, and I'm gonna put the PNG image on top of the background image. And there you go. This is a photo insertion. And now the beauty of this is that I can do post-production here in Gimp. I can, work with many effects that you will see again in the Gimp video course. Or if you're interested to know more about Blender, you can check the Blender video course. And this will be all for this video guide. Again, there's a lot to know here in Gimp. It's really interesting. So give a look to the Gimp playlist. And that's it. So thanks for watching. Join the channel to support us or just subscribe and check out other video courses and stay updated. Thanks. See you in the next.